views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
This is Don Bruce at Cameo Parkway Records. You just put the needle on a really unique record album. Here is a complete disc jockey show with all the modern pace of today's exciting radio.
All righty, good morning, everybody, and welcome. You have been beamed aboard. That was that weird, disorienting feeling that you had this morning. No, it wasn't you watching the news. No, that was the beaming process. Sometimes it can mess you up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But welcome aboard. You are now inside the mothership for an exciting adventure through the galaxy for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. That's right. You just got to work. You're sitting in your cubicle. You're staring forward, wishing you were dead. I know, but that's okay. We're going to shake things up for you a little bit. Give you 3 hours of mind-numbing nonsense to start your workday. And then right about lunchtime, I'm going to leave you be and let you process all of that information and then try to actually get something done. Okay? And for people on the other side of the planet, okay, I couldn't help you in the morning. I'm sorry. Maybe, you still haven't done anything all day. You've had lunch. Maybe you're on lunch right now. You'll come back stronger because of it. I'm just saying. Do not worry, the gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array is wearing its mask when it goes out into public, so Karen can calm the hell down. All right? Quit reporting people. Just saying. Grow up. All right, folks. So let's go ahead and get things started the way we usually do. But first, let me just tell you, coming up on the show today, we're going to do a replay of yesterday's Just a Few Questions, which I had to go through just a few thousand layers of hell to get a copy of it that was decent enough to listen to. That's right, some kind of a glitch in the recording yesterday screwed up the whole show. But luckily, I'm sending another signal off to YouTube and to Twitch and off to Facebook. So I was able to pull that audio from over there, which was okay. So we got ourselves a Just a Few Questions coming up, plus classic episodes of Just a Few Questions, music from all over the world, your phone calls, and a bunch of nonsense. So let's go ahead and start things the way we usually do on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space with a bit of a history lesson.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
March 29th, 1951. In New York, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg are convicted of conspiracy to commit espionage for passing nuclear secrets to the Soviet Union. They die in the electric chair 2 years later, the first American civilians to be executed for espionage. 1971. Army Lieutenant William Calley Jr. is convicted of murdering Vietnamese civilians in the My Lai massacre during the Vietnam War. Correspondent Morgan Beatty.
The charges, at least 22 unarmed and unresisting South Vietnamese men, women, and children were slain at My Lai in 1968.
Calley ends up serving 3.5 years under house arrest at his quarters at Fort Benning, Georgia. 1973. The last U.S. combat troops leave South Vietnam, ending America's direct military role in the Vietnam War. 2 years later, South Vietnam, including its capital, Saigon, falls to North Vietnamese forces. And 2005.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Attorney Johnny Cochran dies in Los Angeles at age 67. Cochran was best known for his successful and controversial defense of O.J. Simpson during his murder trial. Today in history, March 29th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
All right, folks, now that the history lesson is complete, let's go ahead and move on to a musical lesson. That's right, music for your Vajir holes. But just a reminder, we are broadcasting live directly into your Vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Soar Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network. And we are in syndication and replay around the world on a lot of radio stations. Some of them are 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, Mile High Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, and WRPR Rat Pack Radio. Folks, if wherever it is that you're listening, you can always give me a call at 1-313-444-8919. And yes, the Alien X lines are open right now. That's 313-444-8919. Or you can use Skype. Skype me at AlienStone1. That's Alienstone and the number 1. Don't spell it out. Why? Because you would be wrong. So right now, all up in your face from outer space, it's time to release the Hell Dogs and John LeBang, the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The shadows, hell dogs are cattle, making souls of humans bleed. Lightning and thunder, they feed the hunger of the shadow casters. Hell dog pounding. Pounding. Disguised in pleasure, your souls they treasure. The beast of hell infecting food. Forbidden fruit of the tree. Make a hell dog wine. Just need a little. Drinking hell dog's wine. Hell dog's pounding. Hell dog's pounding. Lightning and thunder, they've trapped you under the shadow caster's spell indeed. The darkest magic, your choice is tragic. The smell of lust infecting in the heat of the night, when the full moon rises, in the heat of the night, they're
We were doing this long before you came in, sir.
The road to hell, they say, is paved with good intentions. They twist my thoughts until I go against my own convictions. They fill my head with lies and rationalizations. They send my broken will on permanent vacation. I can feel it taking hold of me, and there's no way I'm breaking free. Release me from this spell I'm under. Before my soul is torn asunder, can you save me now from this tragic fate? Or is it too late? Is it too late for me? Ability to control my actions. No more morality, just bloody satisfaction. Well, I know my will is strong, but it's total domination. Now all I know is death and this violent sensation. I can feel it taking hold of me, and there's no way I'm breaking free. Me from the spell I'm under. Before my soul is torn asunder, can you save me now from this tragic fate? Or is it too late? Is it too late for me? For a while, all I do is sit and cry. I can feel it taking hold of me, and there's no way I'm breaking free. Release me from the spell I'm under. Before my soul is torn asunder, can you save me now from this tragic fate? Or is it too late? Is it too late? Release me from the spell I'm under. Before my soul is torn asunder, save me now from this tragic fate. Or is it too late? Is it too late for me?
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
Oh my God, I don't believe this is not happening.
We have got a poltergeist.
Okay, well, folks, I can do a clearance, but it's not going to be cheap. Although I do offer a 6-month guarantee.
Frank Bannister had a remarkable ability.
Psychic investigator?
To communicate with the dead.
That fellow takes us totally for granted.
Hey, Stuart, in or out, huh? Emanations are normally confined to the cemetery.
You cannot push spirits around!
Although they do escape.
And an uncanny knack
We're gonna scare the living daylights out of your parents.
for making a profit off the living.
We're supposed to be his business partners.
Everyone says that you're a fraud, but I've seen what you can do.
But now, some things put the fear of death in the living
What is happening to me?
and send the dead running for their lives.
I've seen a figure in a cape.
When your number's up, that's it.
Frank, we got problems. All these murders that have been going on in Fairwater, they're gonna pin them on you.
From Universal Pictures and Robert Zemeckis.
You're next, pal.
And acclaimed director Peter Jackson.
We don't stop till the screaming starts, you dig?
The Frighteners.
Resistance is futile. Probing is not allowed. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. That's 313-444-8919. Or hang out in the chat room at alienxradio.com. You have been beamed aboard and you are now inside the mothership with Alien Stone.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Punchlines. Punchlines, as always, is brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products. Check out Igor's Lube at www.igorslube.com or look for and like him on Facebook. And check out some of his brand spanking new flavored lubes like Sea Beast, squid flavored lube with added sea salt for extra grit. Or maybe you might want to try Dog Pie. That's hot dog water and heavy whipping cream flavored. Or perhaps maybe you like a multitude of flavors. Try the new flavor changing lube. The flavor goes from cherry to mint to salmon as it heats up. Remember, that's www.igorslube.com. Get some today, get some tomorrow. All right, so a not haunted house scares up some interest in Massachusetts. A for sale sign outside a home in Boston, in a Boston neighborhood, features the words "not haunted" in big red letters. A Massachusetts woman noticed something strange about the for sale sign outside a home in her neighborhood. On top of the sign, I believe I just said this, but they like to repeat themselves in the news, so I guess I'll do it too. With the name of the broker and their contact information was a sign with the words "not haunted" in big red letters. This just went up around the corner, and I have so many questions, Margot Blumstein wrote in a tweet this week that included an image of the sign. So she's so intrigued that she goes out of her house, takes a picture of it. Okay? I mean, if I saw it and I was maybe I might take a picture of it, to share on Facebook to say, look at this, Maybe I would. Okay, so she's done nothing strange here. She was intrigued by the sign, took a picture, okay? At first, I was like, what are you doing, lady? You're kind of mind your business. No. This drew attention, did it not? The house is west of Boston, but Blumstein didn't want to say exactly where to respect the homeowner's privacy. But she reached out to the real estate agency to learn more about the sign. So she's picking up the phone. And she's calling people to ask about the sign, okay? I mean, at this point, when you see it and you read it and you've read it again, she must have read it several dozen times by this point. Don't you think that you would have kind of put together into your head what the sign was about, what it meant, what it might have meant, what it did mean, what it could have meant? All these answers really... Are you saying that you are so dumbfounded by the sign that you actually had to pick up the phone and call the real estate company that is selling the house to ask them about this sign? Well, guess what? They didn't know anything about it either. Hey, man, you guys got the sign over here. Yeah, we're selling that house over there. You got a sign on the front yard? Yeah, we sure do. Okay, it's got this realtor's name on it? Yeah, that's the realtor over there. Okay, and you got the sign on top of it in red letters that says not haunted? No, don't know what you're talking about with that. The consensus is that the sign is a prank, maybe played by a ghost with a sense of humor. Come on. Come on. You know what it was. You know what it was. The owner of the house went out and put a sign out there that said not haunted. Why did they do that? Did they do that because people weren't buying their house because they assumed it was haunted? Because generally that's what happens now. You know, unless you put hot coffee on a coffee cup, everybody assumes that it's chilled, I guess, because that's the way coffee's served. I don't know. So maybe you have to put not haunted just so that they know that it isn't haunted. Come on. They put it out there to draw attention, and what did it get? Freaking attention, didn't it? Come to find out, the house has gotten all kinds of attention. Actual legitimate offers to buy the house. Now that they are, fully aware that it is not haunted, that is. And that's been the punchline. Punch you in the face. Hey, we're on this kind of a ghost theme here. Let's see if I can find, what is that tune? Huh. I can't seem to type when I'm trying to do something quick. You know what I mean? It is not coming up, man. Since we're doing ghost stuff, I wanted to play a song. There it is. Oh, I type in the name of the song. It doesn't come up. Type in the artist, and there it is. Okay, anyway, a good friend to the station, a good friend to the show is 6E, the name of the artist. And since we just did a ghost story, and there was some ghost stuff that we did before. Oh, we did the Frighteners with Michael J. Fox as the bad movie Flashback. So let's go ahead and play House of Ghosts by 6E on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
this is Tommy Victor from Prong, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello, everyone. I am The Prospect, and this is the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. The NFL draft is approaching, and many fans, including myself, want to see the battle before the big day, where teams jockey for position to get that next big star, regardless of position on the field. Some teams will want to trade up from the bottom, but not this year's teams. The Miami Dolphins made waves in this year's draft by actually trading their number 3 pick to the 49ers for the number 12 pick, which was then sent to the Eagles for the number 6 pick. The Dolphins also secured future first-round picks in the process, so maybe their decision wasn't that boneheaded. Now, the reason behind the decision to trade down was because it was projected in many mock drafts that the quarterbacks of tomorrow are slated to be selected in the top 5, and the team is looking to stay with freshman quarterback Tua Tagovailoa and build around him with receivers and offensive linemen. The trade puts the 49ers in a position to take quarterback as well, but they are also in a plan to build around their veteran Jimmy Garoppolo with no plan to trade him away. There's no telling what the Eagles are going to do with their number 12 pick, but stranger things have happened in past drafts, so we shall see how this one plays out. Speaking of how it plays out, there's an ongoing drama involving Deshaun Watson that's getting bigger and bigger. 16 sexual assault cases in total are filed against the embattled Texans quarterback, ranging from indecent exposure to downright oral sex. And now, all allegations have been denied by the 25-year-old and his attorney, Rusty Hardin, who is not new to high-profile cases as he has seen the likes of Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, Adrian Peterson, and even Anna Nicole Smith, is ready to take on the prosecution headed by Tony Busby. There's no word on when this will begin, so I will keep you updated as I find out. Boxing fans, mark your calendar for July 3rd. That's when legendary boxer Oscar De La Hoya makes his return to the ring after being retired for 13 years. De La Hoya made the announcement at a news conference for upcoming promoter Thriller Fight Club. His last fight was a loss against Manny Pacquiao, and although he had been staying retired all this time, he had been teasing a return, but he hasn't said when. Well, July 3rd is a better time as any with fighters itching to get back to the ring. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm The Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon,
Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile. Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, folks, welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting to you live from the other side of planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio. In replay and syndication around the world on stations like Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Good Talk Radio, K89, the IRN Internet Radio Network, and WRFN 1025 in the UK, as well as many, many other fantastic stations around the world. Wherever you are listening, the Alien X lines are always open. 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Or Skype at Alienstone1. That's Alienstone and the number 1. For those of you that are just now tuning in, you're late. We get things underway at 9 a.m. Eastern every Monday morning, right here on this radio station. So, folks, I'm going to play some more music for your Vajir holes as we move things along in the second half of hour number 1. And a classic episode of Just a Few Questions is coming up for this hour. Let's see, which one am I going to be playing? We're going to be going back to 2019, and Bizarre Science is the name of the episode, which came from the 31st of March in 2019. So that is the episode. I believe what we're going to be doing is it's kind of a twist on weird science, where I think our boys are going to have to assemble a woman on their computer or something. Something crazy is going to happen. Anyway, Bizarre Science on the way. In the meantime, music for your Vajir holes from Arcades Project and Paradise. The name of the tune. It's the second release from their debut album, right here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
See all the street lights, double gang of doubles, rainy reflections
goes out to get something for nothing, and life is so much better on the net. The Grammar School of Jersey turn signals are extinct, so I'll just write and jam and sing these songs until I'm dead. But there are many ways to sail the somber waters, know the rad news that they can read out of ranks. Don't run up on the vehicle that misdirection steers. Come listen, see is what fool accepts. Another day of paradise. Another day of paradise. Another day of rolled eyes.
This is Sean Whalen from People Under the Stairs talking to you.
Ain't much to look at after you scrape them off your boot.
There is a place in the desert where the rain sounds very nervy, knocking and dripping, knocking and dripping. As tears are gathered through rusty, broken thoughts, and it fills up, and it fills up. The rusty boilers and the walls lie down, coated in wonder and yellowish brown. The joy they make up desert oblivion, lasting forever in cosmic pavilion. It's dripping, knocking and dripping. Yeah, it's dripping, knocking and dripping. Rusty boilers tend to conceal the love to people that the desert appeal. With silent tears they sacrifice for peace, a beautiful house and a good night kiss. And it's dripping, knocking and drinking. Yeah, it's dripping, knocking and drinking. Behind, gotta be on the road at night. Two people, silence and tears, with overload and freezing fear. And it's dripping, knocking and dripping. Yeah, it's dripping, knocking and dripping.
resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, folks, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. I also am the host of another show called Inside the Mothership. It airs at 12 noon Eastern on Sundays on this fantastic radio station. A couple of co-hosts. We got D-Unit, who sits just to my right, and we've got Sir Martin of Mad, who sits in some, I don't know what he sits on, maybe a beanbag chair next to a lava lamp. That's what I'm envisioning. He sits in a beanbag chair next to a lava lamp. And just off to his side is a little table there with a little thing of tea and a little thing of crumbs from the crumpets that he ate. And he would be the other co-host, Sir Martin of Mad. Okay? And that show's called Inside the Mothership. And we do a segment on there called Just a Few Questions, where I take people on strange and bizarre journeys through feces. I don't know. I take them through stuff, okay? I put them in weird circumstances and ask them very strange and unusual questions. You know, I've had them go on trips with the spirit of Lemmy from Motorhead possessing their GPS unit. I've put them into a Turkish prison. I've had them quarantined with said Turkish prisoners. I've sent them to hell many times. I've taken them to heaven. I've done many things. So right now we are going to go back in time to March 31st, 2019. Bizarre Science was the name of this episode, which I believe I challenged our players, if you will, or victims, can we call them, to assemble a love partner on the computer? I don't know. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. So let's get to it, shall we? It's just a few questions on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
To answer just a few questions.
Yes, it is. It is now time to answer just a few questions. You are inside the mothership, and this is my favorite time. It's my favorite time in the whole show.
Super favorite. Have you been here for just a few questions before?
Oh, yeah.
All right, tight.
Oh, yeah. He's a veteran.
I am a veteran. I have my patches. Super General.
He's got the merit badges in Igor's Lube. Yeah.
Good.
So, anyway, this is the portion of the show where I ask just a few questions that'll make you feel a little uncomfortable because they are a little inappropriate.
Ruh-roh.
Sometimes they're scary. Remember that one time I got scary?
Yeah.
And y'all thought I needed help?
Right.
Well, more help than I normally need?
Right.
Okay.
Because every week I think you need help about something.
Exactly.
Right. This is like your couch, session. You can let all your true feelings and thoughts out during this time.
That's a good way to look at it. It's my therapy.
Exactly.
All right. So I don't need therapy. It is therapy.
Right.
There you go. I'm letting my demons out so they don't eat me from the inside.
Exactly.
All right.
Write down your feelings. He is in just a few questions.
So here we go. Let me get this all prepared here now. It is time to answer just a few questions.
Question number 1.
Ooh.
Question number 1.
Question number 1.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
look at that.
We're fancy now. All right, so here we go. Your friend has talked you into spending your Saturday locked in your bedroom together while you play around with this computer. After discussing in length what colossal nerds the both of you are for spending your Saturday night with your friend cooped up in your bedroom playing around on the computer, you decide to simulate a woman on that computer. He suggests that you load in pornographic images and sexual data, compile a virtual bimbo, Now, having thought about this dozens of times before, you decide now that it's a good idea. So you and your friend are going to go ahead and create the virtual bimbo on your computer.
Weird science.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Therefore,
that's the scenario.
Gotcha.
That's the scenario.
Awesomeness.
Now, before we get into the actual question, we have to get some things in place here. Number one, who is your partner? Who is your friend? So these are the two that are in the actual room right now.
We are doing it. Dave and I are going to rock this out.
All right, the two of you in that room together, and you're going to compile the data.
We always hang out and do that, though. So
Okay.
This is going to be really easy.
All right.
Super easy. Let's do this.
Now, each of you probably answer this one question differently, though. Whose picture would you load in to be your bimbo's face?
Sebastian Bach.
Your bimbo's face is going to be Sebastian Bach?
1989 Sebastian Bach. Pretty dude.
Okay. And yours is going to be different, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. For the face, I'm going to go with Kathy Ireland.
Kathy Ireland. All right. So we got Kathy Ireland. Now we got two people here. I'm going to have to do this.
You want me to keep track for you?
Yes, you need me to, because it's going to matter.
I'll keep
It'll
track.
matter later.
I'm going to keep track of mine.
I just got a ton of cigarettes.
Now, select the boob size. Small, medium, large, or ace shooters.
I'm going to go with medium.
Medium.
Some C cup.
Medium.
Yeah, it is a medium, I guess.
Yeah. We'll say that. I don't know.
We'll say that.
Okay. And what will her name be? You're gonna have to, you're getting together. I guess you're going to have to come up with your own, the same answer. You guys are going to have to come up with the same answer.
We can't both make a chick?
You like Narita?
Narita?
Yeah. That's the Riot album, the second Riot album title. Narita.
So, Narita is walking around with two faces. She's got Kathy Ireland's face and Sebastian Bach's face.
Yes.
Okay? And she's got medium-sized Hooters. Okay? All right, so now you're ready to begin your Build-A-Bimbo project. First, you need to create her mind. What books do you want to load into her digital brain? A, Romeo and Juliet, Dick and Jane, and War and Peace. B, 50 Shades of Grey, Electric Dreams, and To Serve Man. C, The Karma Sutra, Contortionism for Dummies, and TV Guide Magazine. Or D, just comic books.
I'm going with B.
You're going with B, 50 Shades of Grey, Electric Dreams, and To Serve Man. You do know that To Serve Man is a cookbook, right?
Oh, that's all right. Hey.
I need a bitch to cook.
I'm going with...
She's going to cook you!
Oh,
that's not cool.
That's what that was.
I'm going with the wild card.
Wild card.
What's your answer? We're going over today. I see it now.
Yeah, oh yeah. D. We're going to go with D.
You're going to go with D, just comic books.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody went with the answer that's going to basically make everything fall apart if you don't choose it. The Karma Sutra, Contortionism for Dummies, and TV Guide Magazine. So you chose the wild card answer. The wild card answer actually is the Karma Sutra, Contortionism for Dummies, TV Guide Magazine, and all of the manuals for all of your musical equipment.
Oh! Good job with the wild card.
Nice
bonus.
Wild card.
Hells yeah.
All right. So, bonus question. Who do you know that may have a sex doll to hook up to the electrodes for the next phase of the experiment?
David Warren.
David Warren.
You know what? David Warren.
David Warren. See, that's good.
I can picture... No, I
We could share. It's all good.
Watching what I'm saying there.
All right.
He's got some type of sex doll. I'm willing to bet $50.
Okay. So, question number two.
Question number two.
Question number two. Question number two. Okay, now your bimbo has a brain. Kind of. Now it's time to give her a body. You begin inputting data like crazy. Height, weight, age, hair color, eye color, the size of her boobies and butt, and much more. You hook up the sex doll to the electrodes and prepare to create life. You are filled with anticipation. You both look at each other, and you finally press the enter key. All hell breaks loose. The lights begin to flash and sparks begin to shoot out of your computer. Just then, the sex doll begins to inflate. It's starting to stretch and smoke. Both of you are hiding under the bed at this point.
Oh, God!
As the final love toy explodes. Right?
Oh, God.
As the smoke clears, you see movement. It worked! You quickly climb out from underneath your bed to see your creation. But something has gone horribly wrong.
Looks like the guy from RoboCop that went to the toxic waste stuff.
There, in the middle of your bedroom, is Kathy Ireland / Sebastian Bach, butt naked, but with Danny DeVito's body.
Oh, no.
There we go.
With medium-sized boobies doing yoga facing away from you in the downward dog position.
What is wrong with you?
She stands up and turns around and says, "Hello, boys.
I'm all out of cigarettes."
What could you have done wrong? A, you should not have used the TV Guide magazine. B, you should have deleted Batman 2 from the computer before starting. C, you let your friend talk you into this in the first place. Or D, nothing. It worked like a charm.
I'm all about D right
Definitely. Whoa.
And, but your friend is going to be pretty pissed about his doll. And go.
Oh, man.
I think it's hilarious, so it's D for me.
No.
Yeah.
It's going to be B.
It's going to be B.
I should have
You should have deleted Batman 2. All right, so you should have deleted Batman 2, and you just think everything worked just fine.
I'm happy.
He's happy. Sebastian Bach's ball.
Have you seen Sebastian Bach's Kiss collection?
Oh, my God. Here we go.
You wonder why we're going to go over.
Right. Wild card answer that no one chose. You should have uploaded your Playboy collection.
Oh,
look,
shut up.
There you go.
Bonus question. Why in the hell didn't you upload your Playboy collection?
I just got the Kiss Playboy. That's all I got.
That's Playgirl.
It is not.
I'm joking.
No, it is legit.
Really? So they got like women all over them naked?
Yeah.
So it's just like a Tuesday for them?
Full costume, full makeup.
Just like a Tuesday.
Just naked women all over the place.
Anyway.
Question number 3.
Oh, God.
Question number 3. Question number 3. All right. So, just as you begin to understand what has just happened, your computer-generated bimbo beast jumped through the window and ran down the street. Oh. So now there is a 4-foot-tall, furry little fat Kathy Ireland / Sebastian Bach with medium-sized titties running around town telling people that you assembled it in your bedroom on a MacBook. Oh, my gosh. You can't have this. You already have nothing to do on a Saturday night. If word of this gets out, then that will ensure that no woman will ever allow you to look at them naked, let alone touch them. So, you are going on a hunting trip. Given your unique target, what equipment will you need to bring along? A, white overalls, a taxi cab, and what for bait? Go.
You go.
Patrick Swayze's train.
Patrick Swayze's train. Okay.
Trailer Park Boys reference.
I'm going with my, yeah.
You going what? Remember the white overalls, taxi cab, and what for bait?
I don't know.
What?
Four-leaf clover.
Move along. White overalls and taxi cab. That would be Latka from Taxi, and he was always money grubbing, so I guess money would probably be.
Yeah, there you go. Money.
So that was, yeah. So, B, a top hat, a dead fish, and what weapon?
Baseball bat?
Go! A top hat, a dead fish, and what weapon?
Wait, this is like
an umbrella.
An
umbrella, yes!
Yes!
An umbrella!
This is a right or wrong type of thing.
Yes.
This is not what I want.
No, it's not right or wrong. It's just whether or not you agree with me.
Right, exactly.
That's nice.
All right.
C, Mary Ann Benedict from what movie?
I don't know.
Twins. That was their mother.
The mother from Twins.
D. What kind of trap will you set? Just make one up. What kind of trap are you going to set to catch your bimbo beast?
A mouse trap?
A mouse trap.
A mouse trap.
A mouse trap.
Well, first I'm going to lay down my Kiss barbed wire, and then I'm going to attract all the 78 a coin memorabilia, and then Sebastian's going to go right for that.
Okay. That's what's going to happen there. Wild card answer that you did not choose is there is no wild card answer. For this one, there wasn't.
I should have took that one.
The bonus question: have you put together a mental image of your digital bimbo yet?
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, I could never look at Kat Ireland again. Thank you. Oh, it's terrible.
So now it is time, if I can find what I did with it. My lightning crash is not here. So here, let me move this up here, and then I'll move this up here, and then I'll hit refresh over here, and it is now time for lightning strikes. We're definitely going over. So really quick, Twins or Game of Thrones?
Twins.
He wins because he was faster than you. Okay. Cash cab or taxi?
Taxi.
Right.
Oingo Boingo or Simple Minds?
Simple Minds. I don't know.
Oingo Boingo did weird science.
I don't even know what this is about. I can't remember.
Polar bear or penguin?
Penguin.
Madison or Matilda?
Madison.
Danny DeVito in a movie called Matilda.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that.
Exactly. That's why you got this. Always Sunny or Always Not Sunny?
Always Sunny.
Got a tie on that one. Kelly LeBrock or Kelly Blue Book?
Kelly LeBrock.
What is Kelly LeBrock's actual Blue Book value right now, though? Anyway.
50 cents.
Vodka or vodka?
Oh, vodka?
Vodka or vodka?
Vodka.
I just got to say, Vodka was the guy on Taxi.
Oh, yeah.
Vincent or Victor?
Vincent.
From Twins.
Yep, from Twins.
And finally, buy your friend a new sex doll or just let him whack off like a normal pervert?
I'm going to let him whack off like a normal pervert.
All right! And that has been just a few questions.
Whew. I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
We are your phone company. And sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we bill you too much. But don't worry. In 4 to 6 weeks, we'll probably get back to you. Yes, we did bill your credit card already. And yes, even if we correct the mistake, which isn't likely, we'll only give you back your money and not those interest charges the credit card company billed you because of our mistake.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vagir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Alrighty, folks, we're an hour into this thing. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, broadcasting live directly into your Vajira holes this morning on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, Jay Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network, and in syndication and replay around the world on stations like the IRN Internet Radio Network, 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, 24.7 The Stream in Chicago, Illinois, and 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York. Welcome, everybody. The Alien X lines are open at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Oh, man, I can't type. Every time I try to type and talk at the same time, it's almost impossible. You know, they say that you can't actually multitask. They say that the human brain, everybody thinks that you can multitask, and you're not actually multitasking. You think you are, but you're not. They said that the human brain actually does not have the capability to multitask. It has the capability to switch back and forth very quickly. So when you're trying to do two things, you're not actually doing two things at the same time. Your brain is switching back and forth very quickly. You think you are, but what you're actually doing is you're losing concentration on one thing while you switch over to the other thing, and you're just going back and forth very quickly. So you're actually diminishing your attentiveness to both items by doing both at the same time. You are not doing both at the same time. What was my point? I don't know. Was I making a point? Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this hour underway. This portion of the show being brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook or at www.igorslube.com. Check out some of his brand spanking new high-end and high-dollar products like Oxy Lube. That's right, it comes in 55-gallon drums. Get some Aquaman style with this oxygen-infused and 100% breathable personal lube. Inflatable kiddie pool, sold separately. That's Igor's Lube at www.igorslube.com. Let's go ahead and get things underway by heading on down to the state that looks like the United States is pissing on Cuba.
What the Florida?
What the Florida? That's right, folks. We know that there's a big boat stuck in well, I was going to say in some little creek someplace. In a giant canal, right? Causing all kinds of problems. Well, guess what? What the Florida? Florida boat copies, I'm going to say, am I saying this right? Is it just the Soo Canal? I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm geographically retarded sometimes. So, anyway, Florida boat copies the Soo Canal cargo ship and blocks a freeway. What? How does a boat block a freeway? Well, it's Florida. I almost don't have to explain anymore. It's Florida. It's a wonder it's not in a tree. Many people wondered if the boat was jealous of the attention being given to the giant cargo ship wedged in Egypt's Soo Canal. A boat in Florida was apparently jealous of all the attention that was being given to the giant cargo ship wedged in Egypt's Soo. I love the way they repeat themselves. They put the thing at the beginning of the article, and then the very next part of the article is basically a slightly reworded duplication of the hook. You know what I mean? It's kind of annoying. I should put... I'll just delete that next time. On Thursday evening, a 38-foot-long pink and white boat. A pink and white boat. Better be owned by Mrs. Somebody. Somehow landed on Interstate 10 near Crestview, blocking traffic for hours. Not 4 hours, but for hours. The accident happened when a 64-year-old Pensacola man was hauling the boat. A 64-year-old. That means that his wife told him what color to paint the boat. Hauling the boat west when the trailer started to sway and collide with the guardrail. There were no injuries, according to the Facebook post from the Crestview Fire Department, which said that the Florida Highway Patrol removed the boat. Not surprisingly, many Twitter users couldn't help but share their strong opinions about the incident, especially the way it paralleled the plight of the given situation in the Soo Canal. So, of course, people took pictures of it, and of course, everybody made fun of it. Okay? Everybody ran out of things to do with Bernie Sanders sitting there with his mittens, so now it's going to be boats stuck everywhere. All they got to do is get some Igor's Lube. If it'll get your fist unstuck from a gravy boat, it should get your gravy boat unstuck from wherever you happen to stick your boat. I don't know that. I'm disturbed often. That has been What the Florida. Let's go ahead and take some music and stick it directly into your vajir holes as we get things underway again. We got a classic episode of Just a Few Questions coming up in the second half of this hour. We got some more crazy and ridiculous stories coming up. We got some punchlines. Lots of good stuff coming up on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Tragedy. Don't look now, you can see it coming. Hell
kids, when you're not watching my show, The Segravson Show Presents, you should be listening to Alien X Radio. That's where I'm at right now, out in space somewhere.
Alien X Radio.
This week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour, but I have something you want. A new TV?
It broadcast programs no one had ever seen.
Wednesday at 9, don't miss an all-new episode of The Silencer of the Lambs.
Night, Roy and Helen Nabel got sucked in and discovered that hell is one TV show after another.
Let's welcome our new contestants, Roy and Helen Nabel!
They're starring in every show.
I've watched enough wrestling to know one thing. It's all fake. No one ever gets...
Not fake. Not fake.
Now, they can't go home. They can only switch channels.
Where'd he go?
Hey, lady, watch out!
And every series is a nightmare.
That's entertainment.
Because Satan is the sponsor.
Okay, everybody, head spins. Very good.
Don't miss this comedy from hell.
Party time! It's excellent!
That'll save her.
Nah!
Stay tuned.
Where have you been?
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
And folks, once again, it is time for the punchlines. As always, the punchlines are brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook. And check them out at www.igorslube.com. With everybody thinking about survival, you know, they're all being like, they're being prepared for survival, you know, in case something goes down. They're stocking stuff up in their houses. They're collecting toilet paper and bottled water and such. Man, my voice is starting to go here. That's not good. Well, you can head on over to igorslube.com and check out Igor's Cellar Foods and Gourmet Survival Rations. Talking about powdered meat packets made with fish, pork, and pigeon. Just blend Igor's powdered meat mix with any liquid into the provided and patented meat mold. Just allow it to set, and it's ready to eat. Serve at room temperature. Ask your doctor. That would be Igor's Lube and Igor's Cellar Foods and Gourmet Survival Rations. All right, folks, so here comes the punchlines. Apparently, scientists in Arizona are using a different calendar and a different time than we are in. I don't know how else to say that. Arizona scientists suggest turning the moon into Earth's lunar repository. Not suppository. We're not going to stuff the moon up Earth's ass. Okay, I did not say suppository. All right? Repository. What does that mean? Well, technically speaking, I'm sure that you've heard the story of Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark would have been, by definition, a repository. That's a place where you're going to be putting and storing things that you need to save. Like 2 of every animal on the ark, so that after everything's all wiped out and drowned to death, you can at least have 2 lions do it and make baby lions now. You know what I'm saying? So what the scientists in Arizona think that we're going to do now is that we are going to, within 5 years, by the way, folks, within 5 years. I seen 2001, A Space Odyssey. I saw 2010, and none of that shit has happened yet. So I don't know where this guy is getting this 5-year plan from. But he says that in 5 years, and I believe he said within 15 space journeys, it'll only take 15 launches, we are going to be able to take stored samples of sperm and cells of animals all around the world and plant life and all the stuff that we need to save on Earth. But instead of 2 of each, we'll take like 50 samples of everything. Because now you're talking about, small stuff. You don't have to have the whole animal there. You don't have to have the whole thing there. Just cells. And we're going to take them all to the moon and go into these giant 30-story tall caves that they found. That they claim they found. I don't know how you found them. But anyway, we're going to put them and store them in there because it's the safest place to store them. Because if something happens to the Earth, wherever we're storing them on the Earth is ruined. Right? But if you put them on the moon, and something happens on Earth, and we don't have baby lions, or baby anything, we can always, I guess, get a rocket ship again. I mean, whatever happened on Earth that wiped us out, I'm sure is going to wipe out our rockets too. But that being said, if we can get back to the moon, we should be able to rescue everything that has been wiped out, bring it back, and bring life back. That's what they say. Now, that sounds like, I'm thinking, I'm like, well, sure. I mean, I know what we've done in the past as far as humans and traveling in space. And from the moment that we first launched our first rocket to the moment we set foot on the moon was teeny tiny, little itty-bitty fragment of our history. So to go from that to the space shuttle was a even smaller fragment piece of history. So I can see how this is feasible. But 5 years? And then what? You're not going to build a facility? What? There's just going to be a big cave on the moon filled with a bunch of jars? This one says antelope. This one says lion. Oh no, we mixed up the beaver and the otter again. It's the platypi jar. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. I don't think we're going to do this in 5 years, folks. Really? We're going to have jars with samples of everything on Earth stored in a cave on the moon. That's the scientists and how they're thinking right now in Arizona. That's been the punchlines. All right, I'm going to throw some more music into your Vajir holes again before we go into our bottom of the hour break. And then, of course, we'll be coming in with another classic episode of Just a Few Questions. I think some Dirty Mind Detroit is in order right now. And Mr. Badass, the name of the tune, the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
think you're bad? Well, you think you're bad. Daddy put a gun to his head one day. I'm telling you, son, well, you're going away. He's never been the same ever since that day. I wish Daddy would have just blew him away. Badass. You think you're the shit. Hey, Mr. Molester. You beat your wife and kid. Hey, Mr. Asshole. You think you're the one. Hey, Mr. Molester. I wish I had a gun. You're bad. Well, you think you're bad. Well, you think you're bad. Well, you think you're bad. Daddy put a gun to his head one day. I'm telling you, son, well, you're going away. He's never been the same ever since that day. I wish Daddy would have just blew him away. The same ever since that day. I wish Daddy would have never taught him this way.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Hello, everyone. I am the Prospect, and this is the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. The NFL draft is approaching, and many fans, including myself, want to see the battle before the big day, where teams jockey for position to get that next big star, regardless of position on the field. Some teams will want to trade up from the bottom, but not this year's teams. The Miami Dolphins made waves in this year's draft by actually trading their number 3 pick to the 49ers for the number 12 pick, which was then sent to the Eagles for the number 6 pick. The Dolphins also secured future first-round picks in the process, so maybe their decision wasn't that boneheaded. Now, the reason behind the decision to trade down was because it was projected in many mock drafts that the quarterbacks of tomorrow are slated to be selected in the top 5, and the team is looking to stay with freshman quarterback Tua Tagovailoa and build around him with receivers and offensive linemen. The trade puts the 49ers in a position to take quarterback as well, but they are also in a plan to build around their veteran Jimmy Garoppolo with no plan to trade him away. There's no telling what the Eagles are going to do with their number 12 pick, but stranger things have happened in past drafts, so we shall see how this one plays out. Speaking of how it plays out, there's an ongoing drama involving Deshaun Watson that's getting bigger and bigger. 16 sexual assault cases in total are filed against the embattled Texans quarterback, ranging from indecent exposure to downright oral sex. And now, all allegations have been denied by the 25-year-old, and his attorney, Rusty Hardin, who is not new to high-profile cases as he has seen the likes of Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, Adrian Peterson, and even Anna Nicole Smith, is ready to take on the prosecution headed by Tony Busby. There's no word on when this will begin, so I will keep you updated as I find out. Boxing fans, mark your calendar for July 3rd. That's when legendary boxer Oscar De La Hoya makes his return to the ring after being retired for 13 years. De La Hoya made the announcement at a news conference for upcoming promoter Thriller Fight Club. His last fight was a loss against Manny Pacquiao, and although he had been staying retired all this time, he had been teasing a return, but he hasn't said when. Well, July 3rd is a better time than any with fighters itching to get back to the ring. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love. Igor's lube? Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Alrighty, folks, here we are in the second half of the broadcast. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, broadcasting live on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network. And in syndication and replay around the world on 920 WON The Apple, 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, WRFN 1025, United Sounds Choice, Pure Rock Radio, Mile High Radio, and many, many others. 313-444-8919. That's the numbers for the Alien X lines, or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's the number 1. Don't spell it out because you'd be wrong. For those of you just tuning in, you're late. We get things underway at 9 a.m. Eastern here on this fantastic radio station. That would be Eastern. Got to pay attention to that. We are world freaking wide. Even though now is now, your clock will say something ridiculous. Okay? Because your government said you have to move it around to here. Just like that because business people want to wake up and work. That's what happens. Okay? Now is now. And now is also the time to take another trip back in the time machine. I tried to go back exactly 1 year ago. And here's the deal. 1 year ago today, we were in quarantine. So right now, a year ago was during the time when my co-hosts and stuff couldn't come over. We couldn't do shows the way we normally would. So there was a bit of time there where there were no Just a Few Question episodes written and done. So I just played Quarantined the other day, which would be the next available one. Said no. I'm going to go back to... I thought I loaded that in. Yes, we're going to go back to 9/20/20. Okay? So September 20th, 2020. And I'm already liking, the poster just kind of popped up in the background here, and I see Chuck Norris. So this is going to be great. I did mention the other day that, you know, the people are going to be mad. The underground people on the moon are going to be mad if we start throwing all of our feces and stuff on the moon and storing it. The crab people will come up from the earth as well. And when I mentioned the crab people, I remembered this episode. 9/20/20. Earth gets crabs. Just a few questions on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
To answer just a few questions.
That's right, folks. Once again, it is time for the mental diarrhea that is just a few questions to splash all over your vajir holes.
Splash all over.
Splash. That's right. What did I call it before? What did I call mental drippings or something like that? Something.
All right, here we go.
Psychotic seepage. Wow.
Cocked, locked, and ready to rock, Doc.
All right, so here we go. Are you ready to find? Why don't you step on into the virtual reality inducer? Because we're going to put you in some kind of weird situation as usual.
Always got to go with the sunglasses on, too.
It's time now for just a few questions. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. I can't go until we do this.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. Well, the year is 2025. If you were one of the people to survive 5 years of disease, riots, and revolution, coming out of it with a job, home, car, and your life, consider yourself lucky. While the new world hardly resembles the old one, we must build on it. After defeating disease and stopping the violence in the streets, society finally came to the conclusion that we didn't hate each other, we hated hate. So we all turned our backs on it, and just like that, we were all one people and stronger than ever. After implementing a new system of government by placing 3 presidents in place, a man, a woman, and someone who identifies as other, the nation has gathered to celebrate its performance, has gathered to celebrate a new future with a giant street fair. As the crowd enjoys live performances and great food, suddenly the earth begins to quake. A rumbling comes from the ground and grows louder as the shaking intensifies. The crowd scatters just as the ground cracks open and a strange giant drilling machine breaks through the surface. As the machine comes to a silent rest, the crowd gathers around in awe. Just then, a door opens and a figure emerges. The creature appears to be a human-like crab person.
Human-like crab person.
Human-like crab person. It grabs a device and starts speaking into it. A loudspeaker amplifies its message in all languages.
All I can picture is Mr. Crab with the Rock's face on it.
People of the surface, we are the crab people who have lived beneath your feet since the dawn of time. After watching you for thousands of years, today we will take over the surface. Today we will take over the surface world and eliminate your masses. Sorry, folks. And a large door opens and an army of crab people begin to pour out and swarm the area. What will the headlines be in tomorrow's paper? A. South Park makes Simpsons-style prediction, crab people invade. B. Crab people, fact or fake news? C. Here we go again, folks. Crab people from the center of the earth. We can't make this stuff up. Well, we can, but why? Or D, just when you thought things couldn't get worse, Earth gets crabs. Oh, there is a wild card answer.
Oh, I'm liking D, though.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Earth gets crabs.
Oh.
Everybody's
you're gonna tell me the wild card answer anyway.
See, you figured that all out, didn't you?
I'm gonna go with D.
D. So just when you thought things couldn't get worse, Earth gets crabs. The wild card answer that you did not choose is recording artist Chippy No. 5 has the #1 single in America and Crab People Attack.
Chippy the Squirrel No. 5. Did I tell you about me massacring Chippy the Squirrel No. 6 on a test drive the other day? Oh,
just
poor
blew
Chippy
him
the
apart.
Squirrel. Man, I felt bad for him.
Your bonus question is, what is the name of the song that is #1 by Chippy No. 5?
What is the name of the song?
Yep. He has a #1 song. He has a Seattle rock band.
I don't know.
What's his #1 hit? Come on, man.
I fought the car, but I won.
All right, I fought the car. No, but he didn't win.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. He certainly didn't win. Unless that was a really bad game.
I tried to dodge the car, but the car won.
There you go. There you go. That's what it is.
Didn't dodge the car, so the car won.
And now we're on to Chippy No. 5. No, sorry.
Chippy number 13.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Within just a few days, the crab people have killed thousands of humans and captured even more. They have been putting the prisoners into a camp. After one man escapes, he tells of the crab people's plans. Thousands of people are bound with elastic bands and crammed into a camp that the humans call the tank. Crab people walk past the tank and look over the humans inside. They select one, and he or she is taken away. He continued to explain that the humans are then seasoned and boiled alive. They are then served in a restaurant-type gathering. What do you think would be some of the menu items? A. Jambalaya.
So we got a crab-owned restaurant serving humans.
Yes.
For dinner.
And they're in the tank.
They're in the tank.
And you pick your human out. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Go on. I just want to make sure that we're on the same sickness level at this point.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Yes. So here's the items that could be on the menu. Which one do you think? Jambalaya. A spicy human and sausage jambalaya boiled over molten lava from the center of the earth. Served with rice and a bourbon cream latte. B. Cracked Bradley. Get your poncho. A juicy steamed human rests on a bed of angel hair pasta in a garlic cream sauce. C. Human bisque. A smooth blended creamy and highly seasoned soup made from a mixture of rich fatty people and served with breadsticks. Or D. Soft shell human tartare. This rare diced human is lightly blanched in a salt water and lemon juice vinaigrette, made only from softer humans who are easily offended. There's a wild card answer, and go.
Is it which one am I ordering?
Which one do you want on the menu? Which one do you think would be on the menu? The jambalaya, the cracked Bradley, the human bisque, or the soft shell human tartare?
Well, vegetarian on this. I'm gonna go with the wild card answer.
The wild card answer is the People Populous. A claw-tossed pizza topped with a tangy sauce, 3 cheeses, garden vegetables, people pepperoni, human ham, and anchovies. You put it on the menu, my friend. 30 minutes or less, or it's free.
Wow.
Your bonus question is, what is the name of this restaurant? A. The Red Human. B. Joe's Human Shack. C. Long Johnson Silver's. Or D. The Olive Garden. Or E. Make up your own answer.
I'm gonna go with make up my own answer and call it Human Bees.
Human Bees. All right.
It's like Applebee's, but different.
That's right. Got to get drunk and then you can order the food. Mm-hmm. And that brings us to
question number 3.
Question number 3. Question number 3 is.
What is that? Yeah, okay. Go.
Okay. Now you know what they are doing. So it's time to form a resistance. It's time to fight and take back your world. You will need to assemble your fighters, you will need to gather weapons, and you will need to train first. So, who will be on your team? Name 3 friends who you think are up for an interspecies war and add them to these other fighters. So you're going to give me 3 of your friends, and then I'm going to give you choices of who you're going to add to that group to go into battle. So who's going into battle with you to fight against the crab people?
I'm going to choose you, I'm going to choose Donnie, and I'm going to choose Dave.
All right. So there we go. Me, Donnie, and Dave.
Yep.
I should write that down just in case I want to save it. T. Keith, Donnie, and Dave.
Yep.
Like, I wouldn't remember that, but I never remember anything.
Right.
All right, so.
And this is your game.
Exactly.
Great.
Now, here are the choices of people that you can add to that group. A, will it be The Rock, Andy Dick, and a guy in a Chewbacca costume? B, will it be Igor, Gary Busey, and Lou Ferrigno?
No.
C, Betty White, Jack Black, and Crystal Clear? Or D, Chuck Norris, Danny DeVito, and Twiki, the little robot from Buck Rogers?
With Chuck Norris?
It'd be Chuck Norris, Danny DeVito, and Twiki, the little robot from Buck Rogers.
Absolutely. Go with D.
So instead of saying Buck, he'll be Chuck.
Exactly.
All right. So you're going with D.
Yes. I mean, Chuck Norris, man. You can't lose with Chuck on your side.
Go. Even though he's like 100 now. Oh, shoot. I just got my ass kicked. Didn't even realize it. He's going to be over tomorrow. So, this one continues. Okay, the question continues. Okay. So, what will your plan of attack be? By the way, that was the secret void that you hit earlier. You said plan of attack. Right. As part of humans turning their backs on hate, they eliminated Facebook. The crab people, however, did not. Their Facebook is called Crustacean Station. Crustacean Station.
Nice talk.
And they all have an account that they must log into daily. How can you use this to your advantage in this war? A, post memes that suggest that some types of crab people could be superior to others and convince them that they are more important than the others, causing them to fight amongst themselves. B, leak fake articles talking about a human-borne disease that will kill the entire population of crab people, or at least those crab people with pre-existing health conditions. C, convince crab people that giant murder hornets are coming. Or D, after reading their timelines and learning that melted butter is the crab people's weakness, your armies fill super soakers with the delicious liquid, marching into battle. Then you pump melted butter deep into the center of the earth, blanching the rest of the crab people, ending war and world hunger. There's a wild card answer and go.
So we're talking super soakers with butter in it?
Melted butter.
I'm all about that.
Just butter. Just butter is the solution, man.
Butter's the solution.
Turn your back on hate, butter. That's the solution to everything.
Butter.
Gotcha.
Butter K.
The wild card answer you did not choose is all of the above. All of the above. All right. So the bonus question is, what beverages would you like to serve at the post-war crab dinner? Because remember, you're all eating crab now. You're all blanched in that delicious melted butter. So will it be A, champagne, B, whiskey, C, Kool-Aid, or D, it's a kegger, or E, other?
Or E, other? That's not like a bonus answer. It's just like...
That means you can put whatever you want that to be. You know, want to be orange juice? It can be orange juice.
I'm kind of liking the Kool-Aid, but can it be like purple Kool-Aid?
It could be whatever. I guess I just say Kool-Aid, so it could be like I'd imagine you could buy the multi-flavor pack. Mix whatever kind you want. It could be purple, it could be red, it could be...
I'm thinking purple Kool-Aid.
Purple Kool-Aid.
Delivered.
Purple Kool-Aid.
By the Kool-Aid man himself.
Delivered by the Kool-Aid man.
Hey!
All right, to be clear...
Isn't that what he used to say?
All right.
You would bust
I believe so, yeah. So the Kool-Aid man should be suing Matthew McConaughey 3 times. All right. No, he said okay. No, he said all right. I don't know what he said now. I'm confused.
No, he just said, all right.
But Kool-Aid Man said, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So to be clear, after humans defeat disease, get rid of hate, the ground cracks open, crab people attack us, murdering thousands and eating people in restaurants. Okay? And they are serving them in the form of, I forgot what you even picked. Soft shell human tartar? I don't remember what you picked. But anyway, they're serving you guys up in a restaurant, right? So you, along with me...
It was the pizza. I did the pizza.
Right, okay, so People Pizza is being served. Then you, me, Donnie, and Dave fill Super Soakers with butter.
Along with
Chuck Norris, Danny DeVito, and Twiki the little robot for Buck Rogers.
See, he's going to be our float around and get in there thing. Your distraction.
There you go. Crab people don't eat robots.
Exactly.
So there you go. That's a good one. So we're all going into battle. We flood their tunnels with melted butter. We blanch them. We then have a big crab dinner where Kool-Aid will be served to us by the Kool-Aid Man as he says, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that has been just a few questions. Now, folks, it is time.
Oh, I thought I was going to get away with it.
For Lightning Strikes.
Right.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
In the movie Nerds, was it Lobster Claws or Robster Claws?
Robster Claws.
What stops crabs from getting you? Rubber bands or not sleeping with skanks?
Not sleeping with skanks.
Actually, the true answer is both.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is most likely at the center of the earth? Crab people or iron?
Iron.
Even despite that whole story that I gave you about the crab people, you still managed to see through that as nonsense.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. What is most likely swirling around the Earth's core? Rumors about your new 3 presidents or molten nickel?
What
is swirling around the Earth's core? Rumors about your new 3 presidents or molten nickel? Remember, you have 3 presidents, a man, a woman, and an other.
3 presidents.
No, that's molten liquid. Molten nickel swirls around that iron core center of the Earth. Who is the superior human? Person A, person B, or the person who says neither?
Person who says neither.
Exactly. What is melted butter better on? Lobster or popcorn?
Crumpets, apparently.
I'll accept that. As yes. We'll go with crumpets.
I'm going to go popcorn.
And that's exactly my answer too. Popcorn because I don't like lobster. Exact same answer. Very good job. You matched me exactly. You get an extra point.
Yay! Point for nothing.
That's right. Now you're up to 1 point.
That's exactly it. Oh, man.
If the crab people have claws, how do you think they masturbate? Quickly, slowly, or very carefully?
Very carefully.
They're not worried about friction. They're worried about straight up scratching. Right. True or false? A condom will keep you from catching crabs.
False.
That is true. It is false. It is true. It is false. What's worse? Your woman acting crabby or smelling fishy? That's a tough one, ain't it?
As far as my woman smelling fishy?
What's worse? Your woman is acting crabby or smelling fishy?
I'm going to say smelling fish.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that too, you know. Yeah. There's something else going on. And then finally.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Maybe that's why she's crabby. You know, so, fix one.
Is that your woman? No, that's my aunt, Aunt Chovy.
Oh,
nasty. And finally, with everything we know about crabs today, where is the most unlikely place for them to come from? The center of the earth or Courtney Love's Dirty Bush?
Likely not to come from?
To not come from.
The center of the earth.
Very good. That's been Lightning Crashes and just a few questions.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Hello, 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 everyone. I am the Prospect, and this is the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. The NFL draft is approaching, and many fans, including myself, want to see the battle before the big day, where teams jockey for position to get that next big star, regardless of position on the field. Some teams will want to trade up from the bottom, but not this year's teams. The Miami Dolphins made waves in this year's draft by actually trading their number 3 pick to the 49ers for the number 12 pick, which was then sent to the Eagles for the number 6 pick. The Dolphins also secured future first-round picks in the process, so maybe their decision wasn't that boneheaded. Now, the reason behind the decision to trade down was because it was projected in many mock drafts that the quarterbacks of tomorrow are slated to be selected in the top 5, and the team is looking to stay with freshman quarterback Tua Tagovailoa and build around him with receivers and offensive linemen. The trade puts the 49ers in a position to take a quarterback as well, but they are also in a plan to build around their veteran Jimmy Garoppolo with no plan to trade him away. There's no telling what the Eagles are going to do with their number 12 pick, but stranger things have happened in past drafts, so we shall see how this one plays out. Speaking of how it plays out, there's an ongoing drama involving Deshaun Watson that's getting bigger and bigger. 16 sexual assault cases in total are filed against the embattled Texans quarterback, ranging from indecent exposure to downright oral sex. And now, all allegations have been denied by the 25-year-old and his attorney, Rusty Hardin, who is not new to high-profile cases as he has seen the likes of Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, Adrian Peterson, and even Anna Nicole Smith, is ready to take on the prosecution headed by Tony Busby. There's no word on when this will begin, so I will keep you updated as I find out. Boxing fans, mark your calendar for July 3rd. That's when legendary boxer Oscar De La Hoya makes his return to the ring after being retired for 13 years. De La Hoya made the announcement at a news conference for upcoming promoter Thriller Fight Club. His last fight was a loss against Manny Pacquiao, and although he had been staying retired all this time, he had been teasing a return, but he hasn't said when. Well, July 3rd is a better time than any with fighters itching to get back to the ring. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right. Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, welcome to hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. An hour away from my lunch break, folks. My lunch break, well, lasts all week. Yeah. So, 12 noon, I say, peace. I drop you back off on your home planet. I scream out of here at, I don't know, quadruple redunculus speeds? I don't know, I get the hell out of here. Go get myself some lunch. People on the other side of the planet, I drop you off for dinner. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Now is now. Unless, of course, you travel at the speed of light away from the planet and then turn around coming back at the speed of light. The baby is now an old man. Whoa, the theory of relativity. Yeah, there's a lot of theories of relativity, like, my second cousin is kind of hot. No, that's not good. Don't do that. That's not a theory. It's bad. It's not a good thing. Anyway, folks, we have yesterday's brand spanking new episode of Just a Few Questions coming up, which I had to do just a few 100,000 crazy things to make it happen today. Again, had an issue yesterday during the show. When we have our headphones on at the show, we can hear the mix of the show the way it's supposed to sound. And because we're listening to the mixing board. The mixing board is also sending a signal over to the video signals that you're watching on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch. But the main signal going to the radio station is coming straight out of the broadcasting software. So the things I'm playing in the broadcasting software never get recorded from the board. They get recorded directly from itself. Unless it glitches out, which it did yesterday. And no music in the background. The Just a Few Questions had no music in the background. It was super quiet. It was awful. But YouTube captured everything beautifully. So I copied that, and that is coming up later on. It is called God and Middle Management. God and Middle Management. Yes. God gets a little busy trying to take care of the big things, so he starts delegating authority and giving some people some jobs to do so that he can concentrate on world peace. Okay? So that is coming up, as well as music for your Vajir holes and more nonsense. But right now, let's take care of this.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
And now your wackadoo of the week.
Yes, haven't done a wackadoo of the week in a very, very long time because they get sucked up by people in Florida all the time. So they end up becoming What the Florida. But wackadoo of the week is Twitter users are scratching their heads over a Los Angeles man's claim that he found shrimp tails in his cinnamon toast crunch, and the cereal maker's explanation for the alleged findings. Jensen Karp. Yeah, see what I'm saying? He found shrimp, and he's named after a fish. Okay, a writer and a producer contacted the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Twitter account Monday after he claimed to discover the fishy-looking items in his cereal. At first, the cereal's social media team apologized and asked for more information. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch Twitter account then claimed that Karp thought that what he thought were shrimp tails were actually a culmination of cinnamon sugar Carp was skeptical, very skeptical. I would be too, after finding shrimp in my cereal and somebody telling me that's just sugar. Okay, I have it right here. See, he was so skeptical that he accused the cereal manufacturer of lying, posting another photo of the pieces on Twitter. He then went digging deeper into the cereal bag. Part of two was a 2-pack. So 2 completely different boxes of cereal, but they were in a pack together. And he found more of the same fishy substance in the bottom. He purchased them at Costco, and he made other discoveries. So he also went into the history and found that this is not the first time that somebody has complained about finding shrimp tails specifically in their cereal. They claim that there's no way that could happen at their facility. They don't make anything with shrimp. That there's no way that could have happened in their facility. So what do you tell me then, how is shrimp tails making it inside of a sealed bag, inside of a sealed box that came out of your facility? Am I saying you're intentionally doing this? Of course not. But you cannot tell me that there's no shrimp tails in your building if everything's sealed before it leaves, and this is not an isolated incident. Isolated incident could have been a pissed off worker on the line that just got done having his lunch and he just threw them in there. That's disgusting, but he could have done it. You know what I'm saying? Workers have done nastier things. Much nastier things. Much nastier things. I'm just saying, folks, think about this for a second. I'm going to gross you out. I'm just going to gross you out. Big time right now. You go into a public restroom, you wash your hands, and then you go over and the soap dispenser's on the wall, and you just go quick, put that soap right in your hand and just rub it all around and wash your hands, right? Somebody puts that soap in that dispenser, right? Just saying, employees have done nasty things. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Music for the Vajir holes is definitely required at this point, because we got to distract ourselves from what I just told you. Okay? Remember, never go to hotels and bring your own soap, apparently, when... Bring a little thing of soap with you. I'm just saying. It's a good idea to not use the soap that they just leave there for you. Okay? It could be tainted. Sal the Musician right now. Low is the name of the tune on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Fading. Relationships have no meaning. My world has started spinning. My heart has lost all feeling. I feel I'm sinking lower and lower and lower. My surroundings getting colder and colder and colder. Everything's becoming slower and slower and slower. I think I'm gonna go when I hit the next new low. Nobody cares, you're delusional. Stop doing this for attention. Nobody cares, you're delusional. Stop doing this for attention. Things I love the most are fading. Moments I love have no meaning. Places I love have started spinning. My life has lost all feeling. I feel I'm sinking lower and lower and lower. My surroundings getting colder and colder and colder. Everything's becoming slower and slower and slower. I think I'm gonna go when I hit the next new low. Times like this you gotta reach out for a helping hand. Cry for help even though it hurts just to stand. I know you say you got nothing in this life of yours. A broken soul in the Faster and faster and faster, I think I'm gonna stay higher and higher, warmer and warmer and warmer, faster and faster and faster, I think I'm gonna stay.
Hey, this is Tiffany Shepard, star of The Violent Kind in movies like Zombies, Zombies, Zombies. You're listening to...
Well, that is a sucker punch to the gonads.
In a night, did it all turn to dust? Was our love only ever really lust? Do you think I could ever be enough? Or is this obstacle just too tough? 'Cause I don't wanna lose it all. I don't wanna break from the fall. I don't think that I could survive if you don't catch me this time. Are you already gone? Was I wrong? Are you already gone? Did you mean all you ever said before? That this love was worth fighting for? Do you still see a life with me? Or have you given up on everything? 'Cause I don't wanna lose it all. I don't wanna break from the fall. I don't think that I could survive if you don't catch me this time. Are you already gone? Was I wrong? Are you already gone? Are you already gone? Was I not the one? Are you already gone? And I once believed in a love eternally, and I thought you were the one. And if I was wrong, oh God, what have I done? I won't trust myself anymore. Are you already gone? Was I wrong? Are you already gone? Are you already gone? Please tell me I wasn't wrong. Are you already
Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8990. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on.
All right, folks, so once again, it is time for the Punchlines. Punchlines being brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products, as always. You can like Igor's Lube on Facebook or check him out at www.igorslube.com. Check out some of his a little bit more off-the-beaten-path kind of products that are available, like the Easy Access Face Mask. Button fly, zipper, and Velcro are all available. Or perhaps maybe afterwash and hand sanitizer because they may have a black light. Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow because everything is smoother with Igor's Lube. Alrighty, folks. A Georgia man receives his final paycheck of $915 in oil-covered pennies with an FU note sitting on top of it. Really? So, a gentleman... I don't know the circumstances, okay? Nothing in this article says who's really at fault. It doesn't say why the boss was withholding the man's final paycheck. Later on, it says that he claims damage to the shop, which was also proven to be just him using that as an excuse not to give him his paycheck. But I'm going to tell you what I think it was, based on what it says in the story. It says that he gave his boss 2 weeks' notice. His boss didn't like that he was going to leave, so he gave him a lot of hassle and a lot of hard time, and he really made his job hard. So the 2 weeks turned into 5 days. So he doesn't want to pay him for his last 5 days that he worked, which was $915. You're going to pay me $915. You owe me that. You're going to give me my money. Well, he wouldn't pay him. So he had to actually report him to the government. The government got involved. When the government gets involved, everything gets all expensive and noisy, right? So he was told you have to pay the man. So now he's pissed off because he didn't want to pay the man. And he's pissed off because you went over his head to the government, but you had to. So what does he do? He pays the man. Gives him all $915. In the form of 91,515 pennies, weighing 504 pounds, all soaked in oil and dumped into his driveway with a note sitting on top that said, F you. Wow. And the only reason why he got that was because he said, lawyer, I'm going to report you to government. Wow. Even went to the extra extreme to make sure they were oil soaked. Prick. Tennessee man finds his lost $1 million lottery ticket in a parking lot. Luck like this does not happen to normal people. This guy has got to be something. I don't know. From another planet. Something about this guy. He wins $1.2 million on a lottery ticket. He's excited as hell about it. He calls the lottery. Yeah, you got to sign it. If you don't sign it, anybody can check. You got to bring it to us and blah, blah, blah. He tells him everything he's got to do. But he's busy for the day. I've got stuff to do. I'm taking my friend up to the parts store. We're getting parts, and then we got to go over do this, and we got to go do this. So I'll get to that later on. Screw you! I got a $1.2 million lottery ticket. The rest of the day is over. It's done. I'm not taking you anywhere unless the place we're going together is the lottery office. $1.2 million? You think I'm going to run errands for the rest of the day? Kiss me on the booty. Okay? So, what happens while he's running around town? He loses his freaking lottery ticket. He loses it. He gets home. He's like, oh my God. Where's my... I seem to have misplaced $1.2 million. How silly of me. I just seem to have lost track of that somehow. Really? You just lost track of $1.2 million. Oops. Sorry. So, of course, now, all of a sudden, it's important Now, all of a sudden, he realizes how stupid he was for not taking that to a safe. If you're still going to go do your stupid errands, go put it in a safe or something. He retraces his steps and ends up back at the parts store where he took his friend. And there it sits on the ground in the parking lot, right where he must have dropped it because it's in his pathway to the door. On a windy day even. It didn't blow away. Busy parts store. People walking in and out right over top of it. People didn't even know they're stepping right over top of $1.2 million. And he picks it up and wow. Now he's got $1.2 million. You should not get that. Said you were going to get punished for that. I think you already did get punished for that because you came dangerously close to a freaking heart attack is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you almost died. Because I know I would have probably had a coronary. I lost $1.2 million. Well, you never really had it to begin with. Screw you. I had it. That ticket was $1.2 million. Oh my God. I don't know if I can continue. Anyway, we're going to rock out some tunes for your Vajir holes. I'm just trying to find something. This is what I want to play right here. Okay. All right, so we're going to play music for your Vajir holes, and when we come back from the break after that, we're going into this week's replay of Just a Few Questions, which is God and Middle Management. I know, I come with some weird titles, don't I? Some just bizarre and strange things. But anyway, God and Middle Management on the way. That has been the Punchline. And right now, the music for your Vajir holes comes from Crow and Disciples of the Crow on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
You just robbed a house. You have all this great stuff that now belongs to you, but you got this annoying pang of guilt nagging at you. You just can't get over the thought of the lives you've shattered in your quest for illicit goods. Well, worry no more, because your friends at Cell Block Greeting Cards have the answer for you. Introducing our new line of petty crime thank you cards. Before you smash and grab one of our cards and leave it behind on your next heist. Choose from any of these fine, heartfelt cards like,
"Sorry I crapped on your couch, but thank you for the plasma TV."
Or,
"Thanks for the PlayStation, alcohol, and penny jar."
And,
"Don't use your toothbrush."
For a limited time, introducing,
"I'm still in the house."
And many more sentimental petty crime thank you cards. Available at any back alley, shadowy parking lot, or Walmart.
Hey kids, want to learn how to be a real rock star? Play the Bryan Adams Game of Rock and Roll by Malcolm Badley. Pick a card. You write wimpy ballads for major motion pictures and lose credibility with your rock audience. Go back 10 spaces. Pick another card. You get Grammy nominations for the same wimpy song. Move up 5 spaces. Uh-oh, the camera does a close-up during your latest video shoot, showing your pockmarked acne face. Go back 3 spaces. The Bryan Adams Game of Rock and Roll. Count the number of pretentious rock star interjections in the Bryan Adams songs. Whoever counts the most wins. Play the Bryan Adams Game of Rock and Roll, a board game for bored people.
Give me some static!
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919.
You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time? Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vajir holes.
All right, folks, it's the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, and it is that time of the broadcast where I bring you the replay of yesterday's Just a Few Questions. Inside the Mothership is a program that airs at 12 noon Eastern each and every Sunday right here on Alien X Radio and our affiliate stations as well. So what I do is I create a strange world, a strange circumstance, or just strangeness in some way. It's been called verbal diarrhea. It's been called psychotic seepage, whatever you want to call it. It creates itself each and every week, and I put people through the ringer, and they have to answer some questions. Well, this week I wondered what would it be like if God got too busy to take care of everything, so he started delegating authority. So I give you yesterday's episode of Just a Few Questions. It's called God and Middle Management on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
To answer just a few questions.
All right, everybody. It is now time for Just a Few Questions. This portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook or at www.igorslube.com. Check out his brand spanking new product, Hot and Spicy Spermicide Sprinkles. Heart-shaped cinnamon candy flavored spermicide pellets. Just drop a few into your bottle of lube to spice things up with an extra layer of hot and delicious protection. Ask your doctor.
Wow.
You could thank D for that one. He got... Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good job, Addy.
That's his brainchild right there.
Brilliant.
He likes his cinnamon.
So we've infected him.
No, you will not be infected. We'll add some extra things in. They got the spermicide. I'm sure we can put some bio something, anti-biohazard something out.
Some form of antibiotic penicillin in there.
Right. So it is now time to answer just a few questions.
Question number 1.
Question number 1.
I'm sure you have noticed all the social media posts asking for prayers and for people to respond with amen. Every time a person sneezes, somebody tosses them a God bless you. Even as you leave Walmart, the door greeter tells you, have a blessed day. Do you really think, with all that's going on in the world right now, that God has the extra time to stop what he's doing to bless you because you sneezed? Amen is for ending prayers, not the social media post. It's no wonder there is so much evil in the world. God is just too busy with the little stuff to keep up with the big picture. So, God has come up with a solution. He has hired several assistants. These employees will be put in charge of different tasks, freeing up the Lord's time to work on world peace and a way to stop the McRib from coming back like locusts. You have been chosen by God himself to take on a few of these tasks. No pressure. If you fail, he will just fire you. And when God fires you, he really fires you. So, the first task God has given you is to sift through the daily load of bless yous. Not everyone deserves to be blessed according to your angelic administrative assistant handbook. What will be your...
Whoa, hang on a minute. Rewind, what?
Well, you got a job, right? You get a handbook when you have a job, right? So you got the angelic administrative assistant handbook. Got rules and stuff you got to follow, right? So, what will be your first action? A, you approve all sneeze blessings with a generic letter of approval, rubber stamp the big guy's name at the bottom, and send it off to the angels for execution. B, request a dose of ill will and unfortunate circumstances for those guilty of posting things that say you will be blessed with money if you type amen and repost, only to find it full of spam and viruses. Or C, eliminate Walmart greeters entirely. The handful of welcomed blessings are far and away overweighted by the aggression and rage that they cause. Or D, order all oceans, lakes, and rivers to be blessed, turning all water into holy water. This will eliminate the need for blessing water for baptisms and exorcisms. It will also give demon hunters an advantage, as all demons will be easy to detect by smell, as they are not able to take showers. There's a wild card answer. And D unit, what saith you?
What was A again?
A is you approve all sneeze blessings with a generic letter of approval, stamp the big guy's name at the bottom, and send it off to the angels for execution. So that will the God is no longer involved. So you just automatically approve it, fake the letter, stamp his name on there, and send it off.
See, that sounds
to the
like
blessing
something
department.
I would do. Oh, wow. I'm almost thinking I want to go with the wild card on this one, but I like D. I'm going to go with D. The whole holy water thing, just make everything that.
Everything's holy water.
Yeah,
Demons can't take showers anymore, so they're going to smell like B.O.
Exactly. And
If
then
you
not only
stink,
that,
you
but
stink like a
if
demon.
there was an invasion, I'd just get a boat like Noah's Ark and, just go in the holy water somewhere.
Yeah.
They're not going to come after me.
Right, it can't get to you.
Exactly.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Go
even
for a
better than being on the moon.
I'm telling you. That's why I said that. I'm just thinking, there's got to be an island somewhere where they're not at.
Right.
Start over.
Just kill them all on the island, you'll be good.
Exactly.
Mad Martin.
I'm going to go with the wild card.
You're going to go with the wild card. So D unit goes with D. Blessing the oceans, the lakes, the rivers. And you go with the wild card, which is send out an email telling everyone that heaven is no longer supporting the old business software of blessings and offer no update. Sorry, heaven no longer supports that operating system. You'll have to upgrade. Sorry.
Like Microsoft.
But where's the link to upgrade? Sorry, can't help you there. Sorry. Send a letter. Bringing us to...
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Ever since God said, "Let there be light," he has been creating stuff. All kinds of stuff. And just like other artists, after finishing a project, he steps back and looks at it. Sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes it's not. That's when the artist goes back and makes a change. Not a correction, not a rework, but a slight manipulation, an alteration of the original. When God does this, it takes eons. We call it evolution. God made man. He was a horny little hairless ape that jerked off all the time, so he created woman. This has changed things. Now, he's still a horny little hairless ape, but occasionally she will do it for him. Sex has evolved. Now, follow the act of sex through human existence. Wow. That's some freaky evolution right there. You have been given the responsibility of evolving a few things on Earth. You being a human and not God do not have eons to make these changes. So, you're going to have to make a giant leap. What might you choose to evolve, and what would be the positive result? So what are you going to choose to start evolution of, but you're going to have to jump right into the evolution, and what would be the positive result for it? A, put the male testicles inside the body and surround them with a shield of bone. The positive outlook of this would be, this will keep a 3-year-old with a wiffle ball bat from bringing a 280-pound man to his knees just by grazing those nuts. They should be inside. B, add an additional set of tits on each woman's back. This will make slow dancing more desirable by men, thereby increasing the bonds of love between couples. Or C, finally catch man up with the dog species by allowing him to lick his own crotch. This will make men stop begging women to do it for him, thereby increasing the bonds of love between couples. Sold! Or finally, D. Add a gland to the human male brain that acts as a translation device. Every time you ask a woman what's wrong and she says nothing, or next time you ask if she's all right and she says, "I'm fine," this gland will do two things. It will translate the nothing or I'm fine into useful information, and it will release a fluid that will paralyze your mouth, keeping you from saying something stupid to ultimately make things worse. And Mad Martin, what saith you? There is no wild card answer.
I'll go with the last one.
Go with the last one. So you're going to get this gland put into your brain that translates what a woman actually means when she says, "I'm fine." And then it shuts you up at that point so you don't make it worse.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
It solves a multitude of problems.
It does. It does. D-Unit.
I feel like that would be an amazing superpower.
Like you could turn it on and turn it off.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if that was part of, like, I don't
Like
understand.
peeing. You can hold pee, and then I'm going to pee now.
Right. That should seriously be a superpower. But
Gland man.
I'm kind of like in the what was it B or C that was
Add additional set of tits?
No.
Finally catch man up to the dog species by allowing him to lick his own crotch.
I'm screaming that one right there, man.
That's a win-win for everybody.
Prince removal.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Did we already give up a rib or something like that? Now we just need to give up a couple more, and then we can actually, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, what's good enough for a dog could be good enough for me, right?
I don't know, I guess.
I don't know. Would that make it weird? I don't know.
You know, you
Is it any different than rubbing one out?
You know, you ever been standing next to somebody, you look over, and the dog's licking himself, you know? And then you're like, "Don't you wish you could do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I think I'll pet him first."
Exactly. But what's the wild card answer that we
There's
did
no
not
wild card
see?
answer on that one.
Oh.
No, there's no wild card answer, which means we go to
Question number 3.
question number 3. This is not the first time God has given these jobs to others. He has always toyed with the idea of middle management, a level of decision making and operation that could act on its own without the need of his supervision. In the past, he had mixed results. Take the platypus as an example. God gave a few people the job of creating new animals. While many did well with making their animals look great, like the unicorn and the dragon, they had issues that led to their eventual extinction. While the odd little funny-looking platypus muscled through and is still with us today. Sometimes creativity is in the use of parts of things already created to make a stronger creation. The otter is a great swimmer, agile and uses hands like a human. The beaver is a builder. Mammals are warm-blooded, and eggs can be stored and hatched where they are placed. Put all of those together and you get the platypus. So, with this concept, let's build a new evolved creature out of bits and pieces of others. So, first, how will your creature eat? A shark's mouth. B, a bird's beak. Or C, a mosquito's stinger. We'll go with D unit. It's going to have a shark's mouth, a bird's beak, or a mosquito stinger. And I'll go ahead and say that it can be proportionate to size, too. So it wouldn't be an actual, like, little tiny mosquito stinger on, like, a big...
Shark mouth.
Shark
Going
mouth.
shark mouth.
Mad Martin, how does your creature eat?
Oh, it's going to have to be shark mouth as well with me.
Shark mouth, all right.
Everything else would just be weird.
Yeah, because a shark mouth is normal.
It's less weird than a mosquito stinger.
Yeah,
No, you're right. So next is, what is your creature's primary food source? Is it going to be A, bugs and plants, B, meat and fish, or D, the Taco Bell dumpster? That's actually supposed to say C, not D. I don't know why. So, Mad Martin, is it going to be bugs and plants, meat and fish, or the Taco Bell dumpster?
Taco Bell dumpster.
I'm going meats and fishes for 1,000, Alex.
Meats and fishes. All right, so meats and fishes. Taco Bell dumpster for Mad Martin. What is your creature covered with? A, lizard scales, B, bear fur, or C, porcupine quills? Martin. Lizard scale, porcupine quills.
Yeah, let's make this weird. Shark mouth, porcupine quills, and eats out of a Taco Bell's dumpster. Nice.
D unit. Remember, you can always make up stuff too.
So what's the...
I don't think we need to.
Lizard scale, bear fur, or porcupine quills?
I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with seal skin.
Seal, so slick.
Slick.
That's kind of hard to... because we got two people, so I got to mix all this together here. All right.
Mm-hmm. But you're the one that said I can make up my own answer.
Yep, I did. All right, there we go. I added that. All right, so... all right, porcupine quills and sealskin. That is interesting. All right, so... where will your creature most likely be found? A, underground. B, in the water. Or C, at a strip club? Sir Martin of Bad. Underground, in the water, or strip club? Strip club.
Well, you know I'm going strip club, too. I mean.
Sure. Wow, I'm trying to just draw a picture really super fast, and it's really horrible.
Oh, no.
It's really, really horrible. All right, so. Okay, strip club. You both said strip club?
Yup.
All right. So, will the male's testicles be inside or outside? The unit.
I'm honestly, I'm going outside.
Outside.
Yeah, outside as well.
All
Outside
right.
as well.
Balls are outside. Balls out.
Balls out. Head back, pedal to the floor.
That's right. Here we go. Continue along. Walks on 2, 4, or more of what type of limbs? A, paws or feet. B, hooves. C, tentacles. Or D, literary eggshells to keep from getting tossed into Facebook jail. So he walks on 2, 4, or more of what limbs? Paws or feet, hooves, tentacles, or literary eggshells to keep from getting tossed into Facebook jail.
Well, you know what I'm going with. It's gonna be multiple.
You're gonna assemble an answer?
No.
Oh.
The tentacles.
Tentacles. So how many tentacles?
We're gonna go 5.
Because it's just odd. So five.
Exactly.
One got cut off. Or a couple got cut off. Or,
Why?
Or grew some extras. I don't know.
What? It never said it was an octopus.
Quit judging. That's right.
Okay, it's got a shark mouth.
That's right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Seal skin. And it's rolling on 5 tentacles.
Okay, so Sir Bad Barton.
Hoofs. 4 and a stump.
4 hoofs and a stump.
The only reason why we're going with 5 because it make it, you know.
You said 4 hoofs and a stump?
Yeah.
I did say
That's what he did say.
4 hoofs and a stump.
All right. Wow. Okay. Dude, I found my new artwork over here.
Can't wait for tomorrow's poster to come up.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. All right. The bonus question is.
The boner question.
What type of sports do you think that this new animal could be used as a mascot for? A, hockey, football, baseball, and basketball. B, bowling, curling, shuffleboard, and bocce ball. Or C, underwater synchronized darts, Velcro billiards, street fighting, and running from the cops.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah, I would go with that one as well.
All right, I don't know how to put that part in here, so I'll make them angry. Make them angry. All right, so folks, this is their creature. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, right? There's the strip club in the background. See the dumpster and the 5 tentacles and the balls are out. You got 3 stumps. There you got a stump there. Got porcupine quills on seal skin. Shark mouth. He's angry because he's running from the cops. See that? Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But he'll probably survive just like the what did I say when we started off with the what is it? The platypus. The platypus.
The platypus.
A weird ass animal.
Super weird.
So now that you have created your weird whatever, we got to come up with a name for this thing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call him Bob.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Because that way we spell it backwards, we still got Bob.
Yeah. Backwards, inside out, around the corner, however. That's that. Bringing us to lightning strikes. Yes or no? After sneezing, Alien Stone might say bless you. Is it any good coming from him?
No.
Hell no.
That's a negative, y'all. It's a negative.
Wow. I'm still looking at that picture. That's just insane.
It's a figure of speech.
It would have been a cool magic trick if, like, you got done and everything, and then I just pulled an envelope out and tore it open and pulled that out and be like, haha. I knew. You're like, dude, I'm done. I mean, this is the secret creature. That'd be crazy. Number 2. Told by Walmart greeters to have a nice day or have a blessed day. Which do you prefer? Have a nice day or have a blessed day?
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day?
Have a nice day.
Absolutely. Have a nice day.
Or don't say anything at all.
Right. Keep your mouth shut, Mabel. It seems like I have some kind of control or over having a nice day. Having a blessed day implies that somebody has to give me that blessed day. You know what I mean? It's a bit above my pay grade. Needs to be given to me. I guess they should say, I hope you have been deemed worthy of being on the receiving end of a blessed day. Now show me your receipt or I'm going to call the cops.
That's a bit much to say, especially on a Monday morning.
That's right. Lady in Red or Dreamweaver? What is the song you hear in your head the very first time you slow dance with a woman who has tits on her back?
Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver? That's what I hear.
Dreamweaver. Yeah.
Dreamweaver. And you're just squeezing. Okay, play the long version of this, right? All right.
Got it on loop.
What's the difference between management and middle management? A, the uniform. B, about $75,000 a year. Or C, middle management is stuck with the angry customers and does not have the power to help, while management has the power to help, but will be in a manager's meeting all day.
C.
Definitely C.
C for sure.
You owe us 2 of those. We got the last one too. You didn't give us.
Huh?
You didn't hit the lightning button for the last one.
Oh, sorry.
I want an extra one. Thank you. Just saying, bro. Give us credit when credit's due, cuz.
Here's a bonus one.
Oh, a boner one. Sponsored by Igor's.
That'll make up for a dumb answer later.
Oh.
Aside from the guy writing the employee handbook and scripting the PR videos, who actually thinks that the customer is always right? Jeff Bezos or nobody?
Nobody.
What the hell's Jeff Bezos?
He is Amazon.
Oh.
So, who thinks that the customer is always right? Jeff Bezos or nobody?
Jeff Bezos.
Nobody.
And it's the same answer. Both Jeff Bezos and Amazon, and nobody else actually believes that the customer is always right. Even the customer knows he's wrong. Even the customer knows. But no, he's like, everybody's right. Everybody's right. I don't care. He says that, you shot your package over my house with a cannon when you got here. A cannon? Yep, it must be true. He said so. Customer's always right. So, anyway, true or false? The platypus is venomous.
True.
You sounded pretty confident in that, and I don't know, so I'm going to go with true as well.
Yes. The platypus has poison, y'all.
Yeah. It's in the. It's like got. It's in the back feet, which they.
Yeah, it's like a little spike or something
for mating. But if it goes to a human, then it's toxic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that on the Steve Irwin show.
No. It was scheduled to air right after the Stingray show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or to be filmed right after this.
Yeah. Gotcha. True or false? A prehistoric platypus was without its duck bill.
I wouldn't know. I was never there.
I'm going to go with true.
That is true. It later evolved with the bill for hunting underwater. The original one did not have the duck bill. Thousands and thousands.
The platypus 2.0.
That's right. 2.0, the upgraded version. True or false? The platypus is one of 5 mammals that lay eggs.
I'm going to say true.
I'm going to say true as well.
And that is true. I previously thought it was the only mammal that lays eggs, but it is one of 5 because there are 4 separate species of spiny anteaters that also lay eggs, and they are mammals. Very good.
Wow.
So, true or false? Robin Williams said the platypus was the result of God smoking weed.
Probably true.
He absolutely said that. I believe his skit went like this. He was like, God's up there going, okay, we're going to take a beaver, slap on a duck's bill. It's a mammal, but it lays eggs. Ah! What's he going to do? I'm God. Now, finally, what is the plural of platypus? Is it platypus, platypuses, or platypi?
Oh.
Is the plural of platypus, platypus, platypuses, or platypi?
Well, you would have thought it would be platypi, but I think it's actually just platypus.
Yeah.
Well, no matter how you answered that question, you would have been right. It is actually, since it's such a weird freaking animal and it's made out of several animals, it actually has several different plurals. Legitimately, it is platypus, platypuses, and platypi.
Well,
all 3 of them.
Tonight on God's Build an Animal.
So,
Like
yeah.
Build a bear, but different.
Right, build an animal. Just place it together however you want. And that has been just a few questions. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Okay? The shark, octopus, horse creature, spiny anteater that can fly and eats from the Taco Bell dumpster that is for some reason behind the strip club. It doesn't have to make sense, folks. It's just a few questions. And this has been the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. It's lunchtime for me. I actually didn't even have breakfast, so I'm slap happy as hell. I'm twitching and shaking around. I'm going to go get something that's very bad for me and will raise my cholesterol. How about you? I don't know. Steak sandwich? Maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. Until next time, this is Alien Stone saying peace.
I like turtles.
You know, you haven't stopped talking since I came here. You must have been vaccinated with a phonograph needle.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
I took my baby on a Saturday thing. Boy, you said girl with you, yes, for one in the same. He